In the ever-growing market of electric vehicles, we've seen family scooters and we've seen performance scooters. But have you ever seen something in the middle of both? No, right? Even I haven't. Well, this is the Ampere Nexus. This is a performance and family-oriented electric scooter. And let's see what the scooter has to offer for the Indian market. Welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Vedant Jouhari and let's jump right into this video. So now before we get to the actual design elements of the Ampere Nexus, this scooter is available in two variants, the EX and the ST. So the EX is the base variant of the Nexus and the ST is the top end variant. Now the only thing that comes different in both these variants are features. While looking at the design, both the scooters are exactly the same. So now starting off with the front end, with the headlights. So we get these very aggressively styled headlights, something very bold and very eye-catching. And when they're on, you'll notice this sort of angular shape on the headlights. Now these draw inspiration from the Arctic tern, a bird that's the international symbol of mobility. Now moving on from our headlamp, we see a dual tone finish on our main body. So we get this blue with this black, creating a very nice and a very attractive contrast on the scooter. Now below that sits our number plate, but here we have the Nexus badging and right below that comes a mudguard. Now coming to the wheels, brakes and suspension setup, we get 12-inch wheels on the front with a disc brake and a telescopic suspension. Also looking at the front end from different angles, you'll notice that it comes with air vents. Now these aren't just fake air vents, now they actually serve a purpose. You might be wondering what on an electric scooter, how will an air vent really serve a purpose? Well, it's to cool down the battery. So from here, there are passageways inside the main body of the scooter that allow the air to pass, circulate, cooling the battery and then exiting from the rear. And not only that, we also have air vents located on the side of the scooter. So now taking a look at the side profile of the Ampere Nexus, I'm pretty sure the first thing you guys notice is this extremely long seat. Now that's what is one of this scooter's unique selling points, is the elongated seat. More on that a little later about the seat comfort and under seat storage. So looking at the side, as you can see, we get this sort of wider footboard for added comfort and added convenience. Then beyond that, we get these integrated foot pegs that really look beautiful in my opinion. So it comes out very smoothly, and if you want to put it back, it just blends in with the whole aesthetic of the scooter, with the whole design of the scooter. Except for this little part that juts out, which just makes it a little easier to pull out your foot peg for when you need it. Apart from that, looking at the side design, you again see the sort of dual tone finish, the blue with the black, and that's about it. So now looking at the rear of the scooter, firstly we have the Nexus ST badging right here. Now that shows this is the top end variant of the scooter. Then we get this very unique looking brake light, something we haven't seen on most scooters. And it comes with this sort of extra casing around it, just adding a very nice aesthetic around the whole scooter. Then below that we get these air vents, and here is where the air escapes from. So I mean, an electric scooter doesn't really have an exhaust, so you can't let the air flow out through there. So you need to make do with what you have. So that's where these air vents come into play, to let the air that's being circulated inside to exit the scooter. So at the rear we also get 12-inch tires, we get twin shock absorbers, and we get a mid-mounted motor. Now coming to the seating position on the Ampere Nexus. For reference, I'm 6'1" and I have a lean build, I don't have a bulky build. And sitting on the scooter do feel a little cramped for sure. I feel the footboard is a little too small and my feet in a comfortable seating position are already touching the front. Now otherwise, in terms of seat comfort, very comfortable seat. Turning radius wise, it does get a little inconvenient for the rider. So if you find yourself having to take U-turns often or take quite sharp turns, you will feel uncomfortable as the handlebar does come into your leg. Now even if you move yourself a little back, it still will impact you over here. Now how do you avoid that? You could put in that little extra concentration on keeping your leg down while taking a corner so that you don't really hit yourself, but in terms of convenience, it does lack. So now coming to the display on the Ampere Nexus. The Ampere display that we get on the ST version, the top end version, is a 7-inch touchscreen TFT display. So now this display claims to be very visible even in harsh sunlight, but as we are right now indoors, we really can't put that to the test. But let's see what all features we get on the display. So starting off on our home screen, we get our speed, our riding mode, how many kilometers the scooter's done, RPM and the battery level and range to empty. Now, apart from that, this is our trip statistics where it shows our total kilometer traveled, average speed, maximum speed, and also we can choose our navigation from there. Then apart from that, if we swipe to the right, we get our charging statistics where it shows the duration of charge, the last time it was charged, how much it was charged, and we can also choose our music from this setting. So now coming to the ride modes. So now as of now, you can see our scooter is in park, which means it's switched off. Now if we switch on the scooter, we go into eco mode. So now we get the eco riding mode, we get a city riding mode, and we get a power riding mode. On the power riding mode, that's when we get the maximum output from our battery. So what's the battery output? What are the figures you can expect on this new Nexus scooter? So now this scooter comes with a 3 kilowatt battery pack, which puts out a maximum power of 4 kilowatts. Now 4 kilowatts in bhp is around 5.36 bhp, so you could round it off to 5 bhp. Now that's the output of this scooter. In terms of range, Ampere claims the Nexus gets 136 kilometers of range on a single charge. However, real world figures will vary depending on your riding style. So now on the Ampere Nexus, we get two chargers. We get a standard charger, which is a 15 amp charger, and a quick charger, which is a 25 amp charger. The 25 amp charger that we get on the Ampere Nexus charges from 0 to 100% in only 3.3 hours. So now in the under seat storage of the Nexus, we can fit the whole standard charger inside with ease with a lot of extra storage space. So now on the power riding mode with our complete battery output, what's the top speed? Well, it's limited to only 93 kilometers per hour, but as this is also a family oriented scooter, we aren't looking at a very high top speed. So now coming to the price point and the color options available on the Ampere Nexus. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's available in two variants, the ST and the EX. Now the EX is available at an ex-showroom price of 1,19,900, but it's offered at an introductory price of rupees 1,09,900. So now the ST version, the top end variant, comes at an ex-showroom price of rupees 1,29,900. However, as an introductory price, Ampere is offering it at 1,19,900. Now, in terms of colors, the Nexus is available in 4 colorways. One is this beautiful blue that we see right here. Apart from that, it's available in a red, a grey, and a white color option. Totally 4 color options available on the Ampere Nexus. So now let us know in the comment section down below which scooter you would compare this to, and whether you like what Ampere has to offer on the new Nexus. Stay tuned to Rise Spark for more videos. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. My name is Vedant Jouhari, signing out.